Live from just outside of Sarasota, Florida. So we know we got people all over the place that are tying into what we're doing today. And so what's great about this is that we're going to be talking about, and where's my stuff? Live from just outside of Sarasota, Florida. So we know we got people all over the, there we go. I got to pause that there. There we go. But we're going to be talking about this amazing technology. So hopefully the person talked to you about the X39, and you've seen actually the information on the website. If you haven't, we're going to be going over that all tonight. So I'm actually, again, my background's in business consulting. My wife is actually an attorney from South Africa. But what's great about this, because of this opportunity, we no longer got to do those things. We're now helping people around the world with this amazing technology. And I'm just checking out. My wife normally is greeting people as we get people on here.
So Angela under Denise.
Yes.
Has some guests on, and
awesome.
Kiara has some guests on. So welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening. We're excited to have you on, and take your pen and paper out, make some notes, because you're going to want to take notes and share with the people that you love and care about.
Yep. And then again, the one thing we'll be doing, we do have another meeting right after this one, but we're going to go through stuff pretty quickly, but we'll have enough time at the very end to kind of answer some questions. But the first part of the meeting we're going to talk about is obviously the product itself. This is the X39 stem cell activation patch. It got launched in 2019. We'll talk more about that. The company is just blown up because it's a product that works and is helping so many people. And then we're going to talk a little bit more about an opportunity, because again, we're trying to share with as many people as we can. We became brand partners because the person that talked to me said, do you want to buy a retail or wholesale? I'm like, I want to get a wholesale. And then he said, by the way, would you like to earn some money from this? And that's what we started doing. We'll talk a little bit more about that as well. So my wife, also being the attorney, she's also gives the kind of disclosures, what we say and what we can't say. Just kidding.
Yeah, so we're not medical professionals, so we're not here to tell you that this product actually cures you or heals you. But we do know in the two and a half years that we've been involved, we have seen so many amazing things happening for our friends and family around the world. So we would love to share this with you. And please, anybody who's on here that invited a guest, please make a note, and please do get back with them.
Yeah.
To answer any questions that they may have.
Yeah, and then, like I said earlier, some of you just jumped on now. If you want to put your name in there and also who invited you, that would be great. The main thing is we want to get you information, be able to chance to follow up with you. And I really tell people, there's really, by the time we get done tonight, there's really like three conclusions that most people come to. We call it a 3, 2, 1 launch. A 3 is someone who says, yeah, this sounds great. Can I just get some more information? And they'll send you some more information and set up a time to follow up with you. A 2 is someone who says, this sounds fantastic. I want to use this product. Can I get it at the wholesale price? And we'll set you up so you get it at the wholesale price. And a 1 is like, I love everything about this. We'd love to be able to bless as many people as we can as well. Can we become a brand partner as well? And then you basically let us know and we'll help you get launched. So that's what this meeting is about tonight. So at the end, I'll remind you about that, but you definitely want to let us know, because we're not mind readers. Even though my wife thinks I can read minds, I can't. She always says, you should know what I'm thinking. I have no idea what you're thinking. But anyway, so we want to let you know, just let us know if you're 3, 2, or 1. I'm going to try to slow down because I talk very fast, but we are very excited about this amazing technology. So I'm going to share our screen real quick. For the sake of time, we're normally pretty interactive, but because we got a lot to share, we're actually going to share a little bit more and share some different testimonials and things like that. But the biggest thing that when we were talking to people about this is that, hey, said, have you heard of this technology? Have you been patched yet? I'm like, no, what is this? How does this work? And literally, when they start talking about elevating copper peptides and activating your stem cells to regenerate your body, I'm like, I heard stem cells. I said, yeah, I'm interested in that. I'll try just about anything. So the one thing that we did is that actually I had some challenges because I had a car accident back in 2016. Literally would damage my neck, my shoulder, my back. Literally, someone plowed into my car going about 60 miles an hour. I plowed in the van in front of me, so my car became an accordion, and unfortunately, so did my spine. Several years later, on 9/11/2021, it was a 20-year anniversary of 9/11. We had about 100 guys. There's a building here in Sarasota called the Benderson Tower. It's actually a glass building, got stairs on one outside and stairs on the other side. We went up and down the building, this 5-story building, 18 times to represent the amount of stairs the firefighters climbed on 9/11. Unfortunately, I slipped and tripped and injured my knee on that day. And then next thing you know, months later, developed hip challenges. So Lily, my friend, told me about the patch. I said, I'll try anything. I was spending $500, $600, $700 a month on all kinds of treatments, everything else, just to try to mitigate all the challenges I had. Well, 3 days later, no challenges, my knee, my hip, my shoulder, my neck, my back. I went home and said, what in the world is this? How does this work? And I saw the information after about 2 hours of research. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is real. This is real. And then since then, literally, we've been able to help people with things like Parkinson's, MS, Alzheimer's, dementia, autism, all these different other things. Now, again, we can't make medical claims, but we've been able to personally help people with all kinds of challenges, everything you can possibly imagine. So the one thing we can't promise for anybody, but we do tell people try the product. 97% of people actually see a significant difference within 90 days. So we tell people to do a 90-day run, and we'll talk more about that. So again, one of the things that we did is we started researching the company. We started researching who this company is, what they do, and found out that David Schmidt is the CEO and inventor of this amazing product. Over 130 patents, scientists and inventors specializing in age reversing. Thank God for people like this, right? That take their time, their energy, their life to say, what can I do to actually change humanity and make life better for them? And in 2008, he started focusing his attention on stem cell research. He had been working with the Navy SEALs, helping them with basically elevating things in their body to help them become more alert for 36 hours or in critical missions. He worked with a lot of different Olympic athletes, and then he started focusing on how can I help the mass population. And this one product took 10 years, $4.5 million with research and development to come up with the right frequency to reflect in our body to activate our stem cells, which is powerful. My wife's attorney, she goes, send me all the information, and she saw the patent. She was like, wow.
So I was skeptical in the beginning. I didn't want anything to do with anything like a little sticker that people were saying is going to help them heal from the inside out. And I was like, well, let me take a look at this. When I found out it had a patent, and obviously Greg's experience of going from moaning every minute of the day, like literally moaning because he couldn't sit without pain, sleep without pain, stand without pain, and then hearing no moans and groans anymore. So I was like, there must be something to this. And I saw on the website, this is at info.com, and we'll share that with you, that they have a patent. And I understand a patent, being legally trained. A lot of my colleagues specialize in registering patents. And I understood that you can't register a patent. It's a legal document, and this is global. It was registered in July of 2020, and it's about 22 pages long. You can actually go read it if you want to. But you can't register a patent if there is another product like yours existing out there. And you also cannot register a patent making all sorts of allegations and making these factual claims if you can't prove that they in fact do happen. So when I saw this, and I just read through it, and I saw paragraphs like this particular one here: embodiments as a result of elevating copper peptide, including activation of stem cells, improvements in energy, elevation of antioxidants, reduction in inflammation, management of pain, improvements in stamina, elevation of collagen production, improved wound healing. So I saw those few things, and I was like, oh my goodness, if this is doing that for people, I want in.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's amazing because, when she saw this, she said, did you read the patent? I'm like, no, I didn't read the patent. She showed me, she said, have you seen this? But the other part that we didn't realize is, as I started research, found out that once again, the fewer stem cell activity you have, the faster you age and the slower you heal. And then everybody's experiencing, symptoms of aging. But at 30, half your stem cells are active compared to when you were younger. So you got all these stem cells working for you when you're younger. But imagine if you broke your arm at the age of 18. But imagine broken your arm at the age of 80. Who heals faster, quicker, more complete? Because by the time you're 60, you've had about 5 to 10% of the amount of stem cell activity you had before. But when you start activating your stem cells, your body starts acting younger. When I used to start this product when I was 52 years old, a little over 2 years ago, I literally said, I felt like I was in my 60s, kind of slipping into my 70s. I mean, she heard it. She said the first thing that helped her out was because her hearing wasn't bothering as much by me whining. But literally, I mean, it was crazy. And now I feel like in my 30s, slipping into my 20s. And I tell people this all the time, you got to try this product, because when you start activating your stem cells, amazing things, happen.
So how does it work? It's a proprietary form of phototherapy, and a lot of us know about red light therapy. You go and you lie on beds and you get this red light activated, and then it's a patented nanocrystal technology. Mm-hmm. It reflects our own light from our own bodies to activate it. It's not transdermal. It's not putting anything into your body. You stick it on, and it doesn't put anything in, no drugs, no chemicals or stimulants. And that's why athletes are even utilizing this, not invasive. Yep. But we also need to make this disclosure. It's not intended to diagnose, to treat, to cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition.
Yeah. And so we all experience phototherapy basically when we go out in the sun. So we live in the Sunshine State here in Florida, which is great. A lot of sunshine today, but with our skin is our biggest organ. What happens is rays of light come outside, they hit our skin and elevate things in our body. Like what? Vitamin D, right? So a lot of people know we get vitamin D from the sun. It's not pushing out vitamin D, it's pushing out a frequency of light that hits our skin and elevates vitamin D in our body. Well, the same thing with this. What took 10 years is that he said, I want to come to the right frequency that our body's heat and light, like if we had night vision goggles on, we all glow in the dark. So what happens is that if we're emitting light 24/7, the light hits the patch, reflects back into our body, activates the copper peptides that activate our stem cells, reduces inflammation, increases collagen level 2, 3, 400% for collagen, kind of hashtag collagen increasing, right? And it's amazing what happens. So some of the benefits that we see, again, is increased strength. We see this for a lot of people. Like my dad, who was 86 years old, started seeing increased strength within a couple months. He wasn't using his walker anymore. Reduced inflammation. This is a big one. I mean, this is something that helps. They talk about inflammation as the root cause of almost every disease and dis-ease, if you understand that. So increased stamina, energy, and vitality. I'm forcing myself to talk slow because we get a little energetic from this, which is great. Mental clarity. This is something we talk about, a brain balance that actually happens. It's amazing. If you know anybody who's had any kind of brain fog or long COVID, things like that, this has been a game changer for them. Restored muscle and skeletal conditions. So literally for me, it restored my muscle, my skeletal. I couldn't turn my neck all the way, even after the pain went away. But about 5-6 weeks later, I had full mobility in my neck, my knees, everything else. I can run up and down stairs now. I could barely walk up and down stairs 2 years ago. And I'll let my wife talk to me about improvement of sleep.
Yeah, so improvement of sleep. I in fact did not wear the patch to get that result. I wore it because he had experienced something and I didn't want to have him experience all these things without me. I mean, can you imagine? He gets younger and I'm just going to get older all the time. But
I was chasing her around the house and catching her. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but you know, I had stiffness in my hands when I woke up in the morning. I was like, I had to warm up. My feet were a little tender and, you know, kind of tiptoeing around and, you know, for a few minutes. And then within a few days, I was like, wow, I feel so like, you know, so much younger. My feet didn't hurt anymore in the morning. I was jumping out of bed. But when that first night that I had that sleep right through the night, because I didn't think about it, you know, for years and years and years, I struggled to sleep, to fall asleep. And when I did fall asleep, any little sound woke me up and I couldn't fall back to sleep again. So it was really a way of life for me. I did not know what it was to just go to bed and fall asleep. And in any event, that first night that it happened, I was like, what on earth happened there? You know, did someone hit me over the head with a frying pan? But I slept right through the night and so soundly. And when I woke up in the morning, I knew there was something different. I was energized. I felt like I had slept forever and I felt rested.
Yes.
And then the other thing that I began to experience, because I always used to say, I don't dream. And I was, but I just was not remembering them. And now I have these vivid dreams and I dream every night. And honestly, for the last 2 years, I put my head on the pillow at night and I am gone and I wake up the next morning and I'm so rejuvenated. And you know, there's nights now that I go to bed and I'm thinking, will tonight be the night that I don't sleep? Because it's so unreal. It seems like, and that to me was amazing. And then improvement in skin appearance. You know, we're seeing a lot of people are telling our friends, you're glowing, you seem brighter, something's glowing about you. And it's because there's clarity in the skin, you know, and fine lines and wrinkles and little dark spots are beginning to disappear.
Yeah, and it's amazing because she was drinking collagen shots, all kinds of stuff before, no longer, and at natural collagen levels, her hair, skin, nails, everything is my hair's thicker now. It's amazing. So when you talk about, you know, achieving optimal health is a state of complete physical and mental and social well-being. So when you think about just some of the things, we could have pages and pages of this, but we're just highlighting a few things. But this is something that I thought was pretty fascinating.
So this is a topography map. It's the scan of a 77-year-old woman's brain. And David Schmidt wanted to show inflammation in the brain, and he could have taken any organ to show inflammation. And so he asked the participant, a 77-year-old woman, to place just the X39. She didn't do anything different on the back of her neck. And at session 1 is when she got started. There's a scan that's without the X39, and there's a lot of red and orange, bright colors there. And David Schmidt explains this, saying that that is inflammation in the brain. When one has inflammation, there is a lack of brain coherence, forgetfulness, PTSD, fear, anxiety. Session 2, which is just 3 weeks ago, the lady's wearing this every day on the back of her neck, staying hydrated, drinking good water, and you see a lot of those reds and oranges are no longer, the orange colors are no longer there. So the inflammation has detoxed, and David says there's an improved brain coherence. The brain cells are starting to work properly. Session 3, only 3 weeks later, the same lady doing the same thing every day, wearing only the X39. She did not change her diet. She didn't go to the gym more or take more supplements. And you'll see an even flow of the blues and greens, whereas in session 2, they're more clumped together, whereas session 3, they're more evenly spread. So there's a complete turnaround in her brain and better brain coherence. And this could have been a scan of my brain, scan of one of my organs, because if the brain looks like that, David Schmidt said, her obviously every single organ in her body looked like that, and what we are wanting to achieve, and what we are achieving at 6 weeks of wearing this, is what it looks like at session 3.
Yeah, which is a brain balance, and that's what we really want. Our body's meant to go into homeostasis, and it's like that's what it's meant to do. So this is the long-term studies. You can see this on thisisitinfo.com. I tell people, even while you're, if you want to use the patch, use it, and keep on doing your research, because you'll be amazed at all the different studies that have been done. So, but one thing they noticed that the very first few days, 4,000 genes begin to reset to a younger state. This is proof scientifically, shown it over and over and over. That's about a fifth of our genes. They say about 20,000 genes, in our body. But we've heard other people talk about like resveratrol, which is in red wine. People say, well, red wine is good for you. And now a lot of supplements use resveratrol, and it's their hero product. Well, that resets 2 genes. This resets 4,000. So your body goes into this reboot. The same thing if your computer's locked up and you're like, why is this thing not working? What do? Do you keep on trying to work on it, or do you just reboot it? Well, your body will go into a reboot. And so the one thing that's amazing about that is you're going to start noticing differences. So within 6 weeks, like we showed on there, your brain becomes balanced. Within 3 months, collagen levels are increased. 200, 300, 400%. I've had people that have actually unmuted themselves like, I want it now. How do I get this, right? Because again, when they hear about the collagen level, because that's natural. It's not something that you're drinking, taking, doing whatever. It's a natural increase in that. And within 6 months, this is the big one. Think about heart disease. It's the #1 killer still in the world today. And they said the heart reverses in age within 6 months, an average of 8 years younger. Now, they're not talking about changing diet, changing everything else. We do recommend eating right and everything else, but just by using this patch, cardiovascular, we've helped people actually avoid all kinds of surgeries and things like that.
Rose's Tony Barfield, and they're on here.
Yeah.
He had an amazing report from his doctor today, heart condition. So we know people who are experiencing these results.
Yeah, we're going to get a testimonial from them and to be able to play that as well. But one thing that Dave Schmidt talks about, this is a pretty bold statement. He said, but this is not anti-aging. There's a lot of anti-aging products. He said this is age reversing. And they can show it scientifically, which is pretty amazing. So how we wear this patch, very simple. You can wear it anywhere on your body. So I've got mine today right here on my wrist, because I was actually at a meeting where I was just showing people. It's easier to show people than I normally have it on the back of my neck. The 2 spots that we've done a lot of testing on, the case studies, because they got to do consistency, is below the belly button and behind the neck. Those are 2 hot spots. Behind the neck, if you feel in the back of your neck, there's a little bump there. That's literally your C7 that's connected to the rest of your body, the central nervous system to the rest of your body. Again, you could wear it there. That's why I normally wear it, but today I'm wearing it here. So everybody's different, but what you do is you wear it for 12 hours a day. So I got set up on my phone, 9 a.m. in the morning, it says put on X39. So I put on X39 at 9 a.m. in the morning, and at 9 p.m. I take it off. So tonight at 9 p.m. my alarm will go off, and I'll take my patch off, throw it out, and put a new patch on the next day. So they recommend stimulating and activating during the day, and then rest and rejuvenating at night. So 12 hours on, 12 hours off, and then put a new patch on the next day. And then once again, just you can wear more than one patch. You really don't need to, but you drink plenty of good water. Now we say good water because there's a lot of people today that drink purified water. There's nothing wrong with purified water, but it's taken out all of the minerals. So you need to supplement and add more minerals. So we recommend Celtic salt, Himalayan salt, different other things to add to the water or add to your food, because you need the minerals to actually do that. And so David's actually put a formula together that's being launched next month, literally for a product that's actually going to help with minerals and adding stuff like that. So, but it's pretty simple. It's the most easy thing. So X39 is very, very sophisticated, yet simple to explain. I mean, I don't know how to explain peel stick, put it on, take it off 12 hours later. Very, very simple. We got tons of doctors, it's the easiest protocol they've ever seen. But the one thing that we know is that these changes, life-changing testimonials are real, and the product is real and actually works. So we've heard people talk about, once again, our doctors using this. Yes, here's a plastic surgeon. I could show hundreds of doctors, and we'll show a video in a minute. But here's a doctor, actually, Adam Shiner, actually up in Tampa, Florida. He's a plastic surgeon, MD, works on facial plastic surgery. And he said the normal recovery time is 6 to 8 weeks. So figure a month and a half to 2 months to recover from the procedures that he does. He heard about the wound healing properties of this. And he said, I bet if we use this, it's going to actually, people will heal faster. Now they use a product 30 days. They send them a 30-day supply before the procedure and say, we want you to wear this. And now the healing time is 7 to 10 days. Think about that for a second. That's how our body's meant to heal. So instead of taking 6 to 8 weeks, 7 to 10 days, the same kind of results. So again, there's a great video. You can hear more about that. Another one, Dr. Leland Stillman, who's actually on our website. This is at info, and we'll hear from him in a minute, but he talks about this. He said, what is this little tiny patch going to do? But he realized these big red light therapy beds that he has hundreds of thousands of dollars, invested in. He said, that's high level intense therapy for short periods of time, 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, maybe, depending on the person. He said, this is low level therapy for a longer period of time, 12 hours a day. He said, I bet it'll work in conjunction with this pretty well. He was blown away with the results. You got to watch this video, the interview from that. We get other people that do before and afters. I can show hundreds of before and afters, but this is someone day 1, day 42, day 355. Now, again, if you don't notice the difference there, I said she looks like a younger sister to me. You can noticeably see the difference there. This is not Photoshopped, anything else. Well, this is what she looks like now. Now, if you don't see a difference there, this will help with your eyesight as well. I'm just telling you, it's been pretty amazing, the differences we see. We've seen people with serious bruising and other stuff. Like this person was a worker, fell through the rafters, fell through the ceiling, broke 6 ribs, punctured his lung. Literally, they use the word extreme discomfort. I think there's another word I can use for that. Anyway, expected recovery 6 weeks. He was back to work within 3 weeks, because he was using the X39. Look at the difference here, the 17th to the 23rd. Look at the difference from the 23rd to 30th. I mean, that's 13-day difference. That's a massive difference. And we've had doctors look at this and go, that's not normal. That's not normal healing, especially when they saw that this really dark bruising. It's pretty amazing. We got other people that have skin conditions. Once again, we talked about what we see. My wife had some challenges with skin conditions, stuff like that. This guy's got serious baggage, right? They said this is actually a challenge with liver and stuff like that, but you talk about serious baggage under the eyes. Look at the difference. That didn't happen overnight. Once again, you look at the time there, but look at the difference in it for something like that. Now, this is a great friend of ours. So if you want to maybe share about,
So just briefly, we met Eleni about 5 years ago, and maybe 6 years now. And we didn't know about this product at the time. And she told me about her situation. It's an autoimmune condition and hair not growing and obviously all that balding patches and so on. And, very self-conscious, worried about what people are going to say and think. And so she was wearing hats and wigs in Florida, which it's really hot for that kind of thing. But that's, she tried everything, steroid injections, different shampoos, lotions, potions, everything that there was, and no change. And when we found out about this, I thought to myself, I wonder if this would help her. I have no idea. But I did talk with her, and I shared the website with her because, I didn't want to explain. I wanted her to see for herself and make her own decision. She actually did take a look at it, and she said to me, Mena, I've got nothing to lose. I've tried absolutely everything, and I'm gonna try this and look at the difference. And what if I had not shared with her? And what if she did not try it? She probably would have still been dealing with that condition. And now she's so excited and thanking God because she doesn't need to wear those wigs and those hats in summer. Now her own hair is growing and it looks healthy, and everybody's noticing and saying, oh my goodness, yeah. I mean, it really made a big difference for her, and obviously her own self-esteem, with her own hair.
Yeah, and it's amazing. So all of us know people with challenges, and so what we're always going to do is say, if you had something that could really help them, would you be willing to share? And that's what we do. So the one thing is that, again, I'm going to share one other video with you. It's about 4 minutes long. Some people say, well, what other doctors and what about this? So this is basically a snippet towards the end of an hour-long conversation with all these different doctors, but I want you to hear from a couple of these different doctors exactly what they talk about here. So just listen to what they have to say.
Dr. Dodge, what about you? What makes this special?
I think really echoing that, this is the most powerful piece of medical technology I've come across in my practice, and that's over 20 years. So I think being able to reverse and see the testimonies of reversal of aging, reversal of disease that are otherwise untreatable, or that people and other doctors even give up on. This is new hope. It's new hope in the form of a patch that is so simple to offer if you're a healthcare professional, but you don't even have to be. A friend or a family member can begin to offer this to other friends, family members. So harnessing the power of the stem cells really in your pocket, and transforming your life in such a simple but profound way.
It's great. Dr. Stillman?
The funny thing is, I think the most compelling thing that I get every day from this is just the testimonials. And like some of the other doctors have said, it's just such an incredible opportunity for people to be part of the healing process, and for the amount of effort that we've put in as doctors to be able to help people. For you to be able to walk around with this in the palm of your hand, it's just an incredible, incredible blessing for you all to be able to help people like this, because I can tell you, I know what it's like to get results like we see on the patch in my practice. Without the patch, it's a lot of work and effort, and it isn't just $100 a month. So when people pass this up, who I recommend it to, I just think they're totally nuts. They have no idea what they're missing. So enjoy it. Be glad that you got on board.
Very great. Dr. Fitch?
The best way I can say is that this is the most affordable, sexiest, easiest way to get into the stem cell world. So for as low as $99 a month, you turning your stem cells back on, carrying the sun around in your pocket to just wake your body up is just an amazing ability. Medicine will always be there to save the farm, to save the body from completely crashing, but that's not the state that most of us operate in. Most of us operate in a state of chronic inflammation day by day, and we need some kind of chronic ability to combat and buffer against that. And this is by far one of the easiest and most transparent ways to do it.
Thank you, Dr. Fitch. Dr. Joe, last words.
I just think this is the most remarkable opportunity that's ever come along in my lifetime to this point, for your health, for your finances. If you choose to work it as a business. I got both my boys involved because they're just finishing up their college careers, and I told them this is better than a 401k or a Roth IRA. I've heard you say, Danny, it's like buying stock in Walmart in 1980. I think it's better than that. I think there's no comparison. And for those that are just willing to try it, they're not going to be disappointed, and they're going to quickly want to share it with others. So I share that piece with almost everyone that I introduced the patch to.
Fantastic. That's well said. Appreciate you, Dr. Joe.
There we go. So sorry about that. I can think. So one thing you've heard from a lot of different people. Again, we can hear from you right now. What I would recommend, just for the sake of time, if you've got questions, again, about the product, even the testimonies we're talking about, if you go in the chat and just ask some questions, and we can answer different questions about, once again, the product, everything else. Sometimes I go live, but for the sake of time, because we do have another meeting later on tonight, please put in the chat any questions you might have. And of course, the person who invited you, ask them different questions. Yeah. But what we're going to do now is I'm going to share a little bit more and kind of shift it a little bit, talking a little bit more about the company, a little bit more about what we're doing, what we're seeing. But the one thing we do want to recommend is go to thisisitinfo.com. It may sound kind of funny, but the team that we're part of is called This Is It Team, primarily because a couple by the name of Steve and Gina Merritt, he had actually, who's a professional water skier, had 13 different surgeries on his wrists, his elbows, his knees, his back, all kinds of stuff. And literally was taking handfuls of Excedrin after even all these different years of taking surgeries. And his wife's like, this is going to kill you. It's not good for that. So they heard about the patch. They tried it. Within a week, he had no more pain. Literally no pain free. And his wife's like, this is it. This is what we've been praying for. This is going to help so many people. And now today we're part of a team called This Is It Team. But if you go to This Is It Info, but this really is it. I've tried so many different things that it literally is the only thing that's really changed our lives completely. So I'll have my wife talk a little bit more about the company.
So when we heard about this product, we had no idea that this company LifeWave existed, and we found out that they actually were a 20-year-old company last year, so 21 years this year, and open in over 75 countries. It's more like 80 right now. What I really loved was, knowing that nobody else has this product, and when we talk to people, we're not sharing a weight loss or CBD or hair care or skincare or any type of essential oil.
All good stuff.
And they're all great, and we actually use those products. Everybody washes their hair anyway, but you can go to CVS or you can go to Walgreens and go and purchase your shampoo from there, So when we're talking to people about this, they actually, the first thing they're saying, well, where do I get it? And how quickly can I get it?
Yeah.
I had a young lady putting an order in today and she said, can I get it by Friday? I don't want to leave and go on vacation before Friday. Before it arrives. So, people are seeing this and they want it. Whereas all the others, there's a wide choice and there's a lot of competition. The other thing that I got so excited about is hearing that when this product launched in 2020, the company was just sitting at 20 million US. Okay. We closed last year over 600 million US because of this one product. That is a growth of over 580 million US in 4 years. In 4 years, that's a lot. And predicted to close at over $1 billion US this year. So we're part of something really, really big.
Yeah, and the part that we love too, once again, we're the #1 momentum ranked network in the entire world, growing like crazy. In fact, the couple we work with, Steve and Gina Merritt. Here's Steve, here's Gina. This is Meredith, who's actually the president, and then of course David Schmidt here. This was taken actually at a conference they did August of 23. Literally, we had a bunch of people, about a couple dozen people there ourselves, and literally we were just amazed at all the different things that we learned. They had a whole doctors panel there that you can watch actually on This Is It Info. But they won the Bravo Award, which is basically for a 20-year-old company to win that. They said it's unheard of. That's what they take the last 4 years, and the company's grown the largest or the fastest in the past 4 years wins this award. They said almost every other time it is literally a startup because you go from zero to basically growing. Well, a company to go basically from 16 years to 20 years and hit this award is unheard of. And so again, it's been absolutely amazing. But Steve and Gina are the ones that have actually done this. We got now a team around the world that's growing like crazy. So the biggest part of this, more than anything else, and the reason why you're here is probably because you say, I'd like to use this myself, or I know some other people use this. But there's a lot of people today that are, once again, unfortunately, because what's happened over the past several years, especially, once again, with all the challenges, hurricanes, all kinds of different stuff, but whatever's going on, but also the increases in cost of everything, people are strapped financially. And they said that Fortune magazine said that if you want to just break even compared to what you've made, in the past couple of years, to actually break even because of all the increases in cost of everything, you need to make an extra $1,000 a month. So think about that for a second. Now, hopefully you can go to your job and say, I need some extra money, but usually cost of living increases maybe 3%, maybe, right? So imagine going back to your boss and say, I need to make an extra $1,000 a month. Will you pay me for that? I don't know what they'd say, but I know what I used to do. That wasn't the case. So the #1 word on here for us is family. My wife is from South Africa. We got a chance to go there 3 times last year, spend a lot of time there, which is something we want to do. But the biggest part to me 2.5 years ago was freedom. I worked a great job that had a great mentorship management program, but they changed to a tour mentorship management program, is the only way I can explain it, because they use a program called Salesforce. They would track every moment of everything that we did all day. It just like, what are you doing? They called me at 10 o'clock. Why haven't you entered anything in Salesforce yet? I'm at a networking meeting. Leave me alone. Go bug somebody else. It got so annoying. I said I wanted freedom. So with the help of my wife, our team that we work with, within 14 months, I was able to replace my 6-figure income with this business. Literally 2 months later, fired my job back on January 8th of last year, and we've been financially independent since. In fact, we've almost quadrupled our income in the past year. So when you understand the more people you help, the more that happens. When you got a team of people working with you, it is uncommon. So, but other people like the idea of security. Some people like the idea of travel. We, again, if you love travel, we spent a lot of months last year traveling, and then we actually had free trips. If you like to have free trips, it's pretty awesome. But this is huge for a lot of people, better health. You could have all the wealth in the world, but if you don't have better health, you start wasting basically spending all your wealth to get back your health. But the big thing also for a lot of people is zero debt. Not less debt. How about zero debt? How about it being debt free and literally having an income coming in that help you pay off of your debt? So whatever is important to you. Some people it's just they want to basically pay their car off. Some people it's like I want to help my children have a good education. Other people are saying I just want to be able to put my kids in private school. Whatever it is that you want, I want to help my aging parents. Whatever it is that you want, we ask you to write that down. Be specific and let the person know who's talking about this, and we can actually help you do that. So you want to talk a little bit about some of this free trips?
This is one of the free trips that's coming up for us in North America and Canada region is Punta Mita. The qualification is coming to an end already this week. So some of you on here I know already almost at qualification, and you're running to get this. So keep going. But hey, for those of you who've never heard about this and you're here for the first time, this company does offer free trips for those of us that qualify. And so it's something that you can look forward to. And we know that there's going to be a few more this year. But and the exciting thing is we're not just moving forward for a free trip, but in the process we're helping people and we're giving people hope by sharing an amazing product. And this is just one of the incentives.
And so we won 5 free trips last year. Think about this. There's 3 company trips and 2 team trips. So we know these were, so this is actually the 6th one that we actually qualified for, which is amazing. So how we make money is pretty simple. And really, I'm going to go through this pretty quickly. You can go through more details later on this. But what we do is we build a network. And some people love that idea. And some people are like, I've never done that before. Well, it's pretty simple. So like I said, what my friend told me, would you rather pay retail or rather pay wholesale? I ask people the same thing. I don't think there's anybody here that wants to pay retail. Like, if I can get it for a lower price, you want to get it the wholesale. Well, what happens is by doing that, you can become a brand partner. And again, if you want to do something with the business, great. If you don't want to, that's fine too. But now you become a brand partner, get the product at the best price available. But if you say, I know some other people that may want to utilize this product, and I know other people that might want to build a business to make some extra money and make an extra $1,000 a month or $1,000 a week or whatever you want. Well, what happens here is that now you have someone who's excited, they get started, you put them on the right. You find another person excited, they put on the left. Put another one right, another one left. But what's going to happen, you might be on someone's left leg here, and now what happens is that they're going to put people underneath you, and that person's going to put a person, then this person's going to put people in. So it literally grows and grows and grows, and then you put another person down at the bottom here. This is known as a binary, and if you understand the industry, it's absolutely brilliant. So you, as a manager, you have 2 people on the right, 2 people left to become a manager. You can make up to $1,500 a week. Now, it doesn't start there, but you start at 100 and 200 and 300 and 400. How many people like the idea of extra $500 a week? Would that be a good thing for you and your family, right? So what happens is you're going to find people like Kiara that's over here says, I want to be a manager. You can find someone like my daughter Bella says, I want to be a manager. And what's going to happen now is that you now have a manager on the right, manager. If you become a director, now you can make up to $2,500 a week. And these are just titles that just open up basically income make, but you can make up to $25,000 a week. We have a lot of friends in this business that are making $25,000 a week from this one way. Now it's capped there, but this is one of 5 ways that we make money. One of them you already saw with the free trips, right? And so this is number 2, where you make money from this. That's $1.3 million a year. And again, even if it was an extra $1,000 a month, would that be helpful to you and your family? So the one thing we saw was that we said, well, we want to get to the senior presidential thing. And so we said, okay, we're going to help people. We became a manager pretty quickly. Well, then we started helping other people become managers, and we had a manager on the right, manager on the left. Then this opened up the door, start making money as a director. Then we had 2 directors, a director on the right, a director on the left. We became a senior director. And what's great about this, that we're now helping tons of people at this rank. And the minimum on this to start is about $1,000 a week. Now, if you like that idea, we'll help you do that. We've helped people do that in less than 90 days even, which is amazing. But sometimes it takes 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months to do that. So whatever timing it is for that. Then what set me free financially was executive director. We had executive director. That's a 6-figure income. I'll tell you that right now, $2,000, $3,000 a week. Then 6 weeks later, we hit the presidential rank. To us, we were amazed. We're like, oh my goodness, 6 weeks, that's called momentum. Things were taking off like crazy. So we doubled our business, had $50,000 points in group volume, went to 100,000 in 6 weeks. And then back in October, we hit the highest rank of the company. We've been very, very blessed. God has got his hand all over this business, all over what we're doing, and we give him the glory because we're doing the work, we're helping people, but he's opening doors like we've never seen before, and it's been absolutely amazing. So the other one that's unlimited, I'll have Mena kind of share about this.
Yeah, so that was limited income. Now, when we
And not
heard
that
about
limited.
this, when we heard about unlimited income potential, we're like, oh my goodness. I mean, if 1.3 million a year is not enough, I mean, so yes, when we found out that there's this unlimited income potential, we were like, okay, well, how does this work? Let us know, because it's possible. And so, we found out that when we bring someone in this opportunity, and in this instance, I'm just going to use an example. We sponsored Denise Velez, and she would be considered our first generation.
Yeah.
So if Denise makes $1,000 on the binary level, we make 25% of that. Okay, so $250, but they're not taking it out of what Denise makes, they're matching it. So they're matching what she's made by 25%. Then a second to that would be like Angela. So Angela, it would be second generation, and we would be paid 20% off of what Angela makes on the binary.
Denise makes
And Denise makes 25% because she would be first generation to Denise. And so third generation, if somebody gets signed in under Angela, we're going to get 20% because that's our third generation. Would be second generation to Denise, but it would be first generation to Angela. So you get those payouts, matching bonuses. And just today, we had a call from one of our partners, and he's like, what on earth is happening in this business? Because my money has gone from X amount to X amount in just a few minutes.
Yep.
A few minutes, he had increased by over $1,000 in the matching bonus area. And so we were like, oh my goodness, that is amazing, because it means that there is a lot happening in this line of sponsorship. So this happens for everyone. Doesn't matter where you get started.
Yep.
You can be earning off first, second, and third generations.
Yeah.
But it also depends on your motivation level.
Yep.
Because, we can't make it happen for you. You have to be motivated. Like we showed you that slide, you have to have your reason why you're doing this, your reason why you're getting up in the morning to share this with people. So make sure you have a clear reason, a clear why, because that's what keeps you getting up and sharing.
Yeah, and the great part about this is unlimited how many people you can personally sponsor. We personally sponsored over 200 people who have then personally sponsored a bunch of people. And so we got people that are part of this team, that this is a team that are making over $100,000 a week. In the past 2.5 years, they've grown a business to literally that level. Again, but to me, I'm using example, whatever number you like. I know I think big. My wife thinks big. We think bigger now than ever before. So the biggest part to this, more than anything, is once again, whatever you want to make. We just want to show you the potential. So how we get started? Very, very simple. What we do is we register you as a brand partner. Again, retail, it's basically $150. They could offer this for $300 a month, and people will buy this all day long. But even at retail, it's a great deal for $150 a month. But then at the wholesale, in order to get it wholesale, you got to basically register with a pack. And so we recommend the core pack is basically for people who want to get started with the business. And they once happen to say, I rarely start with from just using the product. So if someone says, how do I get this product at wholesale? We'll recommend either the core pack or the advanced pack, whether you're one person or two people, because we want you to use the product for at least 90 days. Now, again, the great part about this is there is a 30-day money-back guarantee. 80% of the people notice significant changes within 30 days, 97% within 90 days. Now, what also happens is that for people who want to build a big business, this is the most popular package, because this is like us. We bought a 20-pack. We said we wanted to utilize this. People say, well, why do I need that much product? I said, because what Steve and Gina recommended to us, they said, what you want to do if people are local to you, because we have been neighbors, friends, family, people we know, we meet people at coffee shops, and we tell people about this, and then they say, well, how do I get this? They sign up. When they sign up, we say, tell you what I'll do. I'll lend you one of my sleeves so you can start using it today. And when your product comes in the next 3 to 5 days, 7 days, whatever, just give me a sleeve back. And then so does that make sense? So they go, yeah, I want to start using this right away. So then literally unzip it, put a patch on their neck, and then basically they take the sleeve with them. And then when their product comes back, we meet up again. And we just started what they call place and replace. So literally when we bought this pack, it was $1,750, which is the cheapest business we've ever done. You can't even get a lawn care business for that. You can't buy a commercial grade lawnmower for that. But what it is that if you understand, once again, we made that money back in 2.5 weeks. How we made that back was because when you register a premium, the other way to make money is you get upfront money. So it's $405 on what they call a product introductory bonus. So $405 on the premium, you get $75 on the advance, $35 on the core. So we signed up 3 premiums, a couple advanced, a couple cores, and we made our money back in 2.5 weeks. Within the first month, we made almost $3,000. Now, we can never guarantee that for anybody. We get people on our team have made more than that their first month. And so what we do is we just share with people, and they get to pick whatever they want. The great part about that, we have people that start maybe at the core level, and you can upgrade to the advanced and just pay the differential in the price, which is $240, and you get the difference in the sleeves. So you go from 3 sleeves to 6 sleeves. But the best price and the best bang for the buck is here, because then also with this, you don't have to even buy any product for 90 days. You've got plenty of product. The company says what we're going to do is take the 745 points that you earn and actually give you 525 the first month, 110 the next month, 110 the next month. So if you buy the product today, it's February, you're covered for February, March, April, you don't have to buy any product till May. It just made sense. And so we get people set up on auto ship. So for us, our monthly expenses, I get a sleeve, my wife gets a sleeve. It's $200 a month. That's it. If you understand business, most people spend more than $200 a month on electric. I mean, so it's just like on anything, any kind of business, no matter what it is. For my house, for that too. So when you think about a Starbucks, even so for $3 a day or less.
This is $3.30 a day,
and that's at the core price. So if you get it basically for $87.50, I mean it's even cheaper. So whatever you want to do, but we tell people all the time, however you want to start, we'll help you get started. And I tell people get started today. If you understand the binary, you'll sign up today, and there'll be people placed underneath you even this week, and it's explosive. So that's what happens. So more important than anything, I tell people do your research, everything else, but put a patch in the back of your neck while you're doing your research. You got a 30-day, money back guarantee. So pretty much it. We got to share a couple more things, and then we're done. So.
Yeah. So the wonderful thing is everything is given to us. There's no secrets. If you like what you see, you can get started. You're going to have access to this website. Or someone's already shared. This is at info with you, and it's something that we share with everyone, whether they're a doctor or whether they're a home executive. Then this is the team, Stephen Gina Merritt and all the team. We share with you every secret for success in this business.
And you can go right there today. There's no password. You can see our system. You can see
everything is there, the A to Z. So that website is how we do this business, how you get paid, how you go manager, the compensation plan.
There's videos in there. You can see the full compensation
absolutely everything plan. That you need to know. From A to Z of doing this business. And you don't have to go create your own website. You don't have to spend money doing that. It's all given to you.
Exactly. So the really thing is it's time's now to make your move. And I tell people all the time, I'm so glad that I tried the product. I'm so glad that we got registered with the business. I'm so glad that we're changing lives around the world. But really, are you serious about your dreams? If you're serious about your dreams or you want to help people, then you're with the right people. You're at the right place at the right time, with the right system, with the right product that's literally changing lives around the world. It seems so insignificant until you wear it. When you wear it, like going, oh my goodness, everything changes. So we tell people there is hope for your future. This is hope for your future. We tell people we're hope dealers, not dope dealers. And really, we tell get started with X39. What we recommend is, once again, we always tell people get an application. Sorry, I usually have this right in front of me. So I say get an application from the person that actually did that, or tell them, hey, I want to sign up tonight. And once again, to reiterate again, we tell people 3, 2, 1 launch. So if you're a 3, say, hey, I'm a 3. I just want more information. In fact, you can chat with the person or put a chat in here. What you are. If you're a 3, I just want more information. The 2 is, hey, I'd like to try the product. This sounds fantastic. Can I just try the product at wholesale? Absolutely. And some of you are like us. We're a 1. We said, how do we get started from helping people and developing a business to generate extra income? And you're a 1, and we'll help you get launched. So again, it's been an amazing pleasure for us to be able to share tonight. Normally we try to have a little more time, but we did, since we have a back-to-back meeting, we got to be on another meeting in 10 minutes. And if you know people that are available to jump on the meeting at 8 o'clock, and you like what you heard, you say, I got to talk to so-and-so, get them on the meeting at 8 o'clock. Talk to the person who invited you here, and they will literally send you the link for 8 o'clock. We don't normally do this, but we did it tonight because we have a lot of people that are trying to qualify for the contest, for the trip and different things like that, but we're just trying to expose as much as we possibly can. Yeah. So any other closing comments?
Well, Denise made a comment, and Denise activated, and she went very quickly to manager, and she's on her way to director, which are different ranks in the business. But she made a comment here which says, if you sign 4 people up and go manager, you can actually recover your own money for the package that you purchase. And that is really what we're trying to do. Is we don't want you just to buy the product. We want you to be able to make back the money that you spent on this product. So if you allow us to help you to do that, you're going to win all the way. But it's a matter of, you've got to make your own decision. And like Greg said, you're either 3 or 2 or 1. So get back with the person that invited you And if you're on here and you think of someone that should have seen this, we have a meeting at 8 o'clock. So get with the person that invited you and they'll share that link for 8 p.m. well, right now in the next few minutes.
Yeah.
But thank you once again for being on, and we appreciate your time.
Yeah, we look forward to partnering with you and getting started. So those of you that are getting started tonight, welcome to the team. We'll be helping you get launched. And again, we're excited to be partnered with you. So again, God bless you. And again, those who are getting at 8 o'clock, please feel free to do that. But otherwise, we look forward to talking to you soon. We're going to follow up with you and answer any questions. So God bless you. Have an awesome night.
Have a
Talk
good
to you
night.
soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Annalise.
Good to
night.
see you.
Bless you.